You originally studied chemistry, but now you have become a cultural heritage protector through restoring murals. So what in your life led to this transition?
就是由不懂到懂吧，由不会到慢慢去理解。
It's a process from not knowing to slowly understanding. Up to now, I can basically grasp the basic laws of the discipline of cultural relics protection. Because when I entered the sector, the level of scientific research on cultural relics protection in China was underdeveloped compared with other countries that had been doing this for many years. At that time, theoretical systems in scientific research on cultural relics protection and mural restoration had not been fully established, including the concepts and techniques for evaluating mural restoration. So at that time, I was quite naive when I came to the sector, and I thought relic protection is just about analyzing materials. Another thing is restoration of frescoes. Before I came, the Dunhuang Academy had been carrying out mural restoration work for decades, which is also a process of gradual exploration. The scientific theory and technology of protection of cultural relics in our country has developed very rapidly in the past 30 to 40 years. The government's reform and opening up policy with emphasis on cultural relics, as well as the public's love for traditional culture and relics, are some of the many reasons behind the development. Many visitors start from understanding cultural relics, and they will be inspired to protect the precious relics. So we as professionals must find ways to protect these cultural relics. Cultural relics themselves have historical value, but they're also works of art with artistic and scientific value. These relics also seem to have a metaphysical connection, speaking to us at a spiritual level. Because I studied chemistry, I view these values on the relic's material. Therefore, from the material and the chemistry point of view, you can analyze the relics and study the changes over time. Relics typically undergo two types of changes, physical and chemical. As researchers, we need to identify which processes are due to chemical change and which ones are due to physical change. Through this process, I gradually became familiar with the kind of problems that need to be solved in the protection of cultural relics. So before solving these problems, we must study through a multi-disciplinary approach. For example, when a decay occurs on murals, we need to know what caused the decay and we need to study its mechanism. This requires a lot of chemical and biological knowledge, as well as knowledge of other disciplines. We need to combine knowledge across multiple fields to fully explain the process of protecting of cultural relics. This is a multidisciplinary mode of thinking and is also something that takes time to develop.